everybody. Good morning, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's remember the 4th of November. I hardly ever remember the 4th of November, but today I definitely remembered it. If that is not a tongue twister. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It's Tuesday. It's the second day of this daylight savings time session we're privileged to have. What day is it? What time is it? I don't even know anymore. I feel like my time is so discombobulated right now. Good morning, Helena. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and just go over a few things. We learned yesterday that there's a little bit more information about Melanie Buzzard. I keep saying Melanie, it's Melodee. But they actually released the photo of Melodee with the mom included, which, if you were me, I was always wondering once they released that original image why they didn't release the pictures of the two of them together. But I guess they have rhyme and reason for doing that. But we saw the picture yesterday. It's in my thumbnail. Where is Melodee? Like, we also learned that allegedly Ashley, aka Mama Buzzard, was utilizing different plates to conceal her travels. I mean, what in the world? And I was talking to Dolly last night, and he's like, in what circumstance would you be doing that? And I'm thinking, like, we're not crazy, so therefore, like, I don't know. She literally could be running from the boogeyman for all we know. And ultimately, if she's not speaking, nobody's ever gonna know. And that to me is just, I mean, the lady does sound insane. Because, like, what, and why has she not been arrested just for simple child neglect? Because, you are free to do what you want to do with your child for the most part, but when it comes to school, they'll get you for truancy. Good morning, everybody. I'll say hi individually a little bit when I stop. I'm almost at work, so I just kind of wanted to go over that because that's a little bit of new information, and I don't know how they determined that she, in my opinion, speaking makes you guilty even more. That's true. I understand. I actually agree somewhat. Hey Zen, good to see you. Tardy as usual, but present. Thank you. Welcome to class. I mean, the live stream. Pittsburgh nurse. So yeah, I don't know. That is true though. Now that you say that, it's like there's always a double-edged sword. There's always, two sides to an extreme. You don't speak at all, or you speak completely, and then, either way you could be hummed up. Either way you look like you're guilty. But it's like, in what possible circumstance does that make it a reasonable explanation or story? Like, I'm just trying to think of just an instance of where something like that could have possibly occurred and it not be nefarious or bad. Like, I don't know what I mean. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And I don't really, it's weird. Every time that we've had situations like this happen where the mom is asked to produce the child and she can't seem to do it, or she's refusing to do it, it's always been something bad. It's been a bad outcome. I've never seen a good outcome come out of the situation at hand in past situations that are similar, if that makes sense. And so now we've got the situation to where time is money, right? Because, like, if she's dropped this poor girl off somewhere where she's being harmed or she's not okay, somebody needs to find this baby and figure out, you know, where she's at to come get her, to help her, to save her. And time is of the essence. Why would someone change license plates? Exactly. There's no non-nefarious reason for that. That's for sure. But ultimately, you know, we're at a time is of the essence time frame, in my opinion, and we still hadn't gotten her into custody. Like, what are we waiting for? I don't know. And good morning. I look a little rough today. What is this? Woo. Okay. All right, we'll work with it. So, and then who watched, put a 1 in the chat, guys, if you watched the Emanuel Haro sentencing. And I want to talk about that. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Gopher. I got a cute little happy poop. I need to start looking at dentists. I'm not happy about it, but I really do. Like, I need to get a whole set of new teeth. Court audio from Haro sentencing today. Yes, you definitely should listen to it. I watched it, listened to it, and this is why we always mention California in a bad light when it comes to prosecutions and court cases, because this man, Jake Haro, actually, right, Annie, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. I mean, it was just, same, love, same. Ultimately, Emanuel Haro, did he get justice? Do you guys believe he got justice? Because I really don't feel like he did. I don't feel like he got justice for real. And ultimately, this man has been... What is wrong with California? What is wrong with people there? Like, what is wrong with their justice system? I mean, look at how this looks in the light. That looks too funny. He got 25 to life. And he already harmed one baby. So then he was allowed to walk the streets free and to harm another baby. And the grandmother was so serious, it was sad. She kept asking for him to look at her. It was very sad. That kind of reminded me of my mother, because my mom would talk like that, very blunt, straightforward. There was no justice. He's still missing. Nobody. Exactly. Amen. And how do we get how do we get justice for children like this when the court system will not prosecute accordingly? I mean, here I am thinking like they need to bring back the death penalty for this man, and this judge gives him 25 to life. What? Is this real life? I'm sitting here thinking they need to bring out the death penalty for this man, and the judge is like, nope, here you go. You can have 25 to life. He would still be okay to have a life after that. Like, I mean, so you're going to allow him to possibly get out and harm another baby? Because in California, he can only be charged with one charge. See, that's what I mean. That's just not, I mean, what? And so when the judge read the charges, I was completely confused. He started off with like, okay, here, you're going to get 180 days and 6 years indecisively, and then 25 to life and decisively. And I'm like, what? Just read his sentencing. Like, what? I'm just so disappointed. And now Rebecca, hopefully, you know, she talks, but I doubt she's going to talk, because in her mind, she still hasn't grasped the fact that her baby's gone and that her man did it. And that's another sad part of this, is that the grandma was up there. Right. Look at Classic and Sincere, what they did to their parents got shit. Yeah. That's a whole nother story in itself. Those poor babies were being utilized as currency. Like, they got adopted due to them being in the system and then people making money off of them. It's disturbing. And you think he was halfway crying? I didn't really even see a tear. I seen him trying to wipe his face, but I mean, they didn't zoom in enough to be able to see if he was actually crying or not. I highly doubt it. But I mean, if he was, I wouldn't be surprised because he's crying for himself. I mean, and that's what they always do. Every single time when the perp is up on the stand getting their sentencing, Megan Boswell, Leilani Simon, they always cry for themselves. They didn't cry the entire testimony. Man, Evelyn Boswell, they brought out a freaking evidence pile and had, you know, photographs of a baby that was so contorted based on being placed in the trash. She didn't cry. She didn't cry then. But then you go on stand and get your sentencing and face, you know, your final day in court, and you're just, like, man, shut up. Shut up. No, that's not how that works. You should have cried when you were hurting a baby. You should have cried for the baby when the baby was being hurt. It's just disgusting. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. I guarantee he didn't get life because of prison overcrowding in California. I just did a case on it. Actually, with the things that were swept under the rug is wild. They can't afford prison for the elderly. I don't doubt that. Hey, Philip, it's basically like that everywhere, though. So, like, do we let baby killers just walk the street? It's just, there's got to be, it's pointless talking about it because it's almost like, how do we fix it? And if there's not a good way to fix it, or if there's not a possible way to fix it without completely just burning it all down and starting over, we just get to sit here and talk in circles about things that we have no control over. And I mean, at that point, like, what's the point of the conversation? I want to have conversation that have meaningful purpose, meaningful endings. Like, what can we do to fix it? Where's the solution? Not just, oh, this is bad, I hate this, which I end up doing that a lot because there's so many things that, you know, that it's easy to gripe about things and complain and point out negative and bad, but ultimately there's got to be some good to things. There's got to be a good solution to problems. There's got to be, you know, there's got to be a way to change it somehow. I had never seen that first tear. He was trying to push some tears out with a tissue, but he is an evil monster for sure. Good morning, PJ Mods in chat. Good morning, Mimi Tanya. But there's no fixing it. It goes back to the determined and indeterminate sentencing. Basically, the judge's discretion. It needs to be the same all over the board, not at the judge's wishes. That's what I don't understand. That I've never heard of that before. Is that a California thing only? But I thought I watched California cases before. I've never heard of it like that, and I've never had it read out like that. I was so confused, and I just don't know. I don't feel like we got justice at all. And now we'll have Rebecca come up pretending like she has no clue what happened, when in fact she sat idly while her man abused everyone in the house, probably. So I mean, there's no justice in that. And then people are going to feel sorry for her because she's got that battered wife syndrome. But at the same time, it's like, there comes a time where if you're being abused and you see a poor, helpless, innocent infant being abused, you should suck it in, take a deep breath, do what you need to do to save the baby, and stop caring so much for yourself. It's all over the U.S. Look at the sentencing structures. You'd be in shock about how they determine sentences. Yeah. I mean, I don't say I would be in shock, but I mean, I believe it. And a lot of times, you know, the judge has the ability to make his own determination. That's why if you're facing something, whereas you could get a lesser sentence, you don't want to go in front of a jury because the judge could make it or break it and make it to where you're odds are at a better, you have better odds. You have better odds convincing a judge to give you leniency and a smaller sentence than you do with the jury, which the jury wouldn't have that discretion available anyway. The jury would be able to convict or not convict, and then once that's done, there's set structure and set limitations on the time you get. But it's like all on the hands of one person. And what have we seen lately? Did you guys see the judge that was urinating in a bush and got arrested? I mean, they're just people just like the rest of us. So it's like, who gave them the power and why? I mean, I get it. It's the social structure and how we work. And the judges are, you know, the people that make some ultimate decisions at times. But at the same time, it's like, why? I don't know. The whole system is broken. So, on that note, guys, I gotta run. I'm gonna run into work and hopefully have a great day today. You guys have a great day today yourselves. Try to be kind to somebody, especially if they're in customer service, because it's not a good time today. If he was in Virginia, he wouldn't have ever gotten out of prison again. He would have got out. He wouldn't have got out of hurting his little girl. Virginia doesn't play. Amen, Gopher. Amen. I feel blessed with the sentence Chris and Summer got. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta run. Grandmammy Annie, good to see you. Have a good day, guys. Bicycle.